Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. And today, no waiting around. We jump right into the AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitor's sideline, there's Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. Across from him, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when he came out of college, we all knew he had the chance to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He got there in short fashion and elevates everyone around him. Led the league in passing last year with nearly 5,000 yards and had 43 touchdown passes. He's hoping to get his team back to the playoffs after falling just short a season ago.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
On 2. Here we go, here we go. Ready? 180.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at their 49-yard line.
On 1,
From just shy of midfield, here's a second and 7.
Here we go. 180. Playing cut. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as the tackle made at the 42.
First down, Bengals.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Yeah, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Can. Stop. Stop.
An inside give, Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
What's your set? Stop.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that point.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second down and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Behind. Right 80. Behind.
Here's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Dances by him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demetrius Knight. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Shedeur Sanders. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Now third down and very long. Sanders to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3 and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Well, there you go, Charles. His first NFL pass, and it goes for a completion.
And you know that they thought about this before even calling the play, right? Let's get him his first completion. Let's get it out of the way because we expect bigger things from him going forward. But take care of the small stuff first.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
This offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Back deep is DJ Chark. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Over the middle, complete. That's 4. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, here's Shedeur. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Sanders. He finds his man, complete. It's 4. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
37-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, they turn to 4th. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He had a minimal gain on 1st down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. but his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first and 10, it's Spears. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here we go. 180. 180.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
180.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
2 yards on the play. First down, Bengals.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Able to find Higgins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 22-yard line.
And they'll come up second and 7.
Here we go. Big 13. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
It's just set. 180. 180. 180. 11 empty. 11 empty.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Brings up second down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Throw left side complete to Chase. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. You throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
On third down, here's Spears. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll try and run for him with Brown. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Sanders from his own end zone. This short pass into the hands of the Joker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for the Browns. First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Pass caught by Fan. Past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Sanders. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Here's Jones. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Can.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 55 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Right back to Brown. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 180.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this down to the 23. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Here we go. 180. 180.
On first down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, it looked like he marched to the end zone and hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ready?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
180. Turbo touch.
To the air again, Burrow. Flush to his right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns set to take over. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They will start this drive with 4. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Sanders. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw now, here's Sanders. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. from the gun on third down. Sanders. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Shedeur Sanders in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Can.
Hand off to Spears. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
First down, Cincinnati.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running right, here's Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
180. It's hot.
Now it's Burrow. And this one's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand we're going into the well so many times in the game that the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The Browns drive about to get started. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good. 4-8. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go play action now. Sanders. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
2nd down at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun here, Sanders. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. At the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Here we go. 180.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That was short one to Gesicki. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 40.
Here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
This is Brown going up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports
Our trip around the NFL starts now. In Philadelphia, the Eagles at home to take on the Cowboys in the NFC East. And it's the veteran A.J. Dillon. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the second-year man, Spencer Rattler. A 17-yard touchdown pass. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Saints trying to win the home opener. They have the lead at halftime. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's Tua, one of his 2 touchdown passes here in the first half. This one's all tied at 14 at the half. And here's the scoreboard in the early window of the last week of the regular season. What I wouldn't give for an box right now. Meanwhile, in our game, just one touchdown in the first half, 10-0 your score, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First down, they'll start with Algier. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, you see the speed there of Daxton Hill reaching him before he could get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sanders to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's 4th. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go, here we go. Can. Stop.
Now Burrow. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Here we go.
An inside give, Brown. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
44-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Can. 11.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Then 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Gun. Stop. 180. 180.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On 1. Ready?
2nd and 6.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
180. 180. Stop.
He'll drop to throw. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
4th down.
Oh, and whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches, I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you've got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold in 10. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far. And they come away with nothing.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the gun, it's Shedeur. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Sanders. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. B.J. Hill in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now, here come the Bengals. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here we go. 180. Wait, hot.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Hot. 180. 11.
And here's a give to Spears. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get 6 on the pick out there as the drive will continue.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They try to set up the screen. Nearly disaster, but it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Right, 80. Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 80.
Now it's Burrow. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Stewart able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Shedeur Sanders. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football, not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Second down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And he will get out of bounds and pick up the first down. So they catch the defense napping, and the fake spike works to move the chains.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A beautiful fake. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cleveland offense making their way out. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Sanders. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it,
You
yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Sanders. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw now. Here's Sanders. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll go with the keeper. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
That's another Browns first down.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Browns! Njoku, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's 17-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go.
Now Spears to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances, putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.